What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Azazel2012. What makes a hero? Is it the suit? Is it the villains? Is it your ability to fight those villains if you are the hero? Is it the gadgets? The things that you use to defeat your enemies, to strike fear into the heart of your enemies? What is it that makes a hero? What is it that makes you a superhero? Depending on who you ask, you could get a million different answers to that question. Depending on who you are, you may have a different perspective on what a hero really is. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to know is, what would I be like if I were a hero? Would I be like Batman or Superman? Maybe Spider-Man, right? Unfortunately, I'm too fat to be Spider-Man because that would involve me climbing up walls, and I'm lazy, and I can't stick to walls because most bricks are just going to come right out of the wall when my fat ass tries to grab onto them. That's not going to work out. I've always looked up to Batman. Even as a kid, he's always been my favorite superhero. And I want to tell you what would happen if I were a superhero and what my superpower would be. Years ago, I started really thinking, if I were to have a superpower, what would it be? Would it be flight? Would it be invulnerability? Would it be super strength? Or maybe a healing factor like Wolverine in the X-Men? No, it wouldn't. I believe that my superpower would be a little bit more on the practical side. A little bit more on the side that would help humanity. My superpower, ladies and gentlemen, would be the ability to make stupidity painful. To make people feel physical pain for committing stupid acts, or saying stupid things, or all around just being dumb. That's what my power would be. Now, what would I do with that power? I'm not sure what the end result would be, but I do know where I would start. First and foremost, I would walk into a Walmart supercenter, and I would start laying waste to the stupidity that just walks up and down its aisles. Ladies and gentlemen, low, low prices now come at a high price. Do you agree? Do you feel like that's a good start? What do you think? Do you think that's a good use of a superpower, or is that more of a villainous use? I'm not really sure. All I know is that if I were to jump down into a giant group of stupid people like Batman is smashing into people here, I do know that all of them would feel pain with their Looney Tunes shirts talking about the newest episode of Duck Dynasty and not knowing where the housewares section of Walmart is, even though it is clearly marked. The Walmart greeter would drop dead the moment you walked through the door with this superpower, and I must say I would get a little bit of satisfaction out of it. I hear something. The city needs me. I have to go. I just received a distress call from the general manager of Walmart just a couple of miles down the road from me. Now is my time to act. Now is the time to serve justice. They're running a special on pregnancy tests, condoms, and Coors Light. We can't let this stand. I have to stop it. Yeah, Kate. 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 Justice. Kate. God, who the fuck made this? Fuck Alfred. He's a terrible tailor. Smells like Tide. Got it. Justice. Stupidity is. Justice is served at a low price to the Fatmobile. Forgot my wallet.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Kanuko, And welcome to the C3 Commentator Challenge. In round one, the topic is if you were a superhero. So I thought about this and I thought, you know what? Any good superhero conversation starts with, what kind of powers would you want? So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to draw from a little bit of personal history, which is comics and cartoons I used to watch when I was younger. And those are the X-Men comics and the X-Men cartoons I used to watch every Saturday morning. So, I loved a lot of different X-Men. But, my favorite X-Men was always Wolverine. I love Wolverine. I love his powers, his ability to regenerate, his heightened senses, and his ability to not be able to die. So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of having such powers. Now, the first one interests me because I used to be a history major, and this would interest me to be able to see the way people were. So, if you're not able to die, you'd be able to get to see people in different time periods. So you're looking at, you can go back to, say, medieval times. And the medieval times, you'd be able to see humans how they were, they're in their infancy, and you'd be able to see them grow as a species, and the technological advances and everything that comes with basically watching the humans grow. It'd be great. And the second part of that is you'd be able to help mold history a little bit. You'd be able to contribute to it. Now I'm going to put that into a bit of a context here. Maybe World War II, you know, Hitler's going, he's oppressing people and killing people of different ethnicities. So what do? They send you in there, you do a little stabby face on Hitler's face with your claws, boom, maybe the war is completely changed. Now maybe a con. One, having the ability to change history. You could be the sole reason why history is different. Now you'd say, well, that, you know, it's a good and bad. Now that comes down to your moral compass and how you would use your powers. You could use them for good. There's a lot of good you could do with it, but if you use them to mold history in a bad way, like say you flipped the script and you joined the Nazis, you believed in that cause or something like that, the world would not be like it is now. You'd be an unstoppable weapon for somebody. You also might become a weapon like that, and that wouldn't be right either. You'd maybe become something you never intended on becoming. And another thing is if you live forever, there's a good chance that your loved ones, your friends and your family are probably gone. Now, if you live for hundreds of thousands of years, you will have descendants, but it'll never be the same. You never, you know, once your parents are gone, your brothers and sisters, you have maybe nieces and nephews and stuff like that, but it might even make you depressed and beat down because you'd have all this death, and you know you maybe end up feeling alone in the end, which wouldn't be very good at all. So that's my take on how superheroes, what powers would I do? Wolverine. Now I'd like to hear what powers you would like, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video for this commentator challenge. I hope you enjoyed it, hope you voted up, and watch every video. This is a great thing that they're doing, and peace.